approaching 10-15 as it net became for a section of the northeast side of Jersey was as high as 11-15. Those coastal impacts slowly go down ahead to this weekend. Mary, Hurricane, we know you'll be tracking this all closely. Thank you. Next tonight, with Hurricane Erin stirring up the Atlantic, the Navy racing to rescue a fighter pilot whose jet crashed off the coast of Virginia during a training flight. The pilot ejecting, floating in choppy seas for nearly 90 minutes. So let's get right to ABC's Mola Laney. Mola.
Larry, after safely ejecting from that jet, that pilot was in 90 minutes before finally being rescued by the U.S. Coast Guard. And remember, as you mentioned, the Atlantic Ocean pretty rough right now with Hurricane Erin out there brewing. And sure, the spokesperson tells us the pilot was taking off from a naval base in the Norfolk, Virginia area this morning on a routine training mission when that pilot ejected from the Super Hornet fighter jet. We're told dozens of miles off the Virginia coast, sending the plane crashing into the Atlantic, where it remains tonight. And meanwhile, that pilot is undergoing medical evaluation, and that incident is being investigated.
Okay, Mola, thank you. We move on now to a deadly home explosion in Virginia. A woman killed in the blast, a man now fighting for his life. The house completely leveled. A dozen homes in the neighborhood also damaged by flying debris. Here's ABC's Eddie Joshua.
Crews in Virginia are sifting through piles of debris tonight, investigating how a home exploded in this neighborhood near Charlottesville.
The news, we saw one house flattened on the ground. We saw debris field for over a block.
Calls pouring into 911.
Right now, we're getting inundated with gun calls.
At least one person killed and another injured by the violent explosion. This incident comes as police in North Carolina are picking up the pieces from a separate explosion. Debris raining down and thick black smoke rising above Wilmington. 3 firefighters trapped inside. Police say 46-year-old Jason Lee Beach, now charged with felony DWI and fleeing the scene, is responsible for the blast after he crashed illegal together, striking gas. Mary, investigators in Virginia are zeroing in on a possible gas leak behind the home explosion, with state fire marshals due back on the scene tomorrow. Mary?
Just a remarkable scene there, honey. Thank you. Now to the showdown in Texas. The battle to redraw the state's congressional map getting national attention. Late today, Democrats racing to stall and vote on a new map that would likely give Republicans 5 more seats in the House. Here's ABC's Chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Carl with the late developments.
More than 2 weeks after dozens of Democrats left Texas, stalling the vote on the controversial new congressional maps favoring Republicans.
88 ayes, 52 nays. House Bill 4 is finally passed.
The bill passed the state's House of Representatives. The new maps, which are drawn at the request of President Trump, are designed to turn 5 congressional districts that are now held by Democrats into districts that will likely be won by Republicans in next year's midterm elections. Democrats were so outraged by the move, they had left the state to deny the quorum needed to have the vote. Many of those Democrats returned to Texas on Monday and learned they couldn't leave the state capitol unless they signed a document agreeing to have a police escort to ensure that they would return for today's session. Democratic State Representative Nicole Collier refused, forced to spend 2 nights locked in the Capitol building.
They find out our people of color were going to bring back. The fight was personal to me, and from the fight of every fighter and by fighter.
Now Democrats in California are bound to retaliate, moving forward with a plan to redraw its maps, an effort that could cost Republicans there 5 congressional seats.
Yes, we'll fight fire with fire. Yes, we will push back. It's not about whether we play hardball anymore. It's about how we play hardball.
The California legislature will vote tomorrow on the new maps proposed by Democrats. If it's approved, California voters will still have to vote on the issue in a referendum later this year. And Mary, the battle of redistricting will not stop in Texas and California. Several other states are reviewing plans as well.
It is tit for tat expected to continue in other states as well, John. Thank you. Next tonight, haunting testimony for the families of children killed in the horrific flooding at Camp Mystic in Texas. At least 130